constantly has to be washed if I'm cooking in it or anything.
Hello? Good morning. That's probably a little loud.
It is a little loud.
Yeah, a little bit. There we go. Turn that down a smidge. Check the levels of volume here. That could probably be...
Would you like me to check the precipitation percentage outside too?
No, just volume percentages is fine. Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Good morning.
It is actually 11:15 today, so it is actually morning, blood and beans. Haven't had one of these in a while. It's been
Well, not if you go by McDonald's standards.
No, not if you go by McDonald's standards.
If you go by McDonald's standards, they switch to lunch at 10:30.
Yeah, I don't switch to lunch until noon, but I eat brunch at 10:30. Good morning, Wrath. How are you? Happy Sunday. You really cannot stay here.
She likes it there. Shut up.
I am being used as a kitten bed. It's just because she's warm.
And all cats like you.
Not all.
Just about, except for Oreo. Every single cat we've had has loved you.
Not Oreo.
Oreo don't love anybody but Shiloh. And even then, that's iffy.
Cat has an attitude problem.
Attitude problem? He thinks he's Napoleon.
Good morning, Tim. How are you? Happy Sunday. I will lift my mug and cheers with you guys.
Tim the Enchanter?
No, it is Tim Dunbar.
Oh. What is your name, Grand Wizard? My name is Tim? Sorry, Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Not many people have seen that.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
In my experience, lots of people have seen that.
I was so happy when I
guess I only talk to cool people.
I'm so happy when I got the, I think it was the 25th anniversary edition of it, and I got the script with it. Like, every single word, like, moose bites are really nasty. Like, that and the 167
Good morning, dog lover.
Mexican
How are you?
llamas.
And cheers.
I can't find my...
Hope you're feeling a bit better. I mean, your allergies were bothering you yesterday.
Take a Claritin.
Take a Claritin.
I'm sorry.
What's up, Frank? How are you? Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Actually, don't take a Claritin and take one Sudafed. I feel like a doctor. Take one Claritin, one Sudafed, call me in the morning.
You're not a doctor, but you watch a lot of them on TV.
I do not watch actually a lot of doctors on TV. I watch a lot of true crime.
Oh.
I know how to dismember and get rid of a body.
They need doctors or morticians.
Actually, do you know...
But there was a period of time there, even if it was only a couple seconds, where they did need a doctor.
I could probably do it, yes. I did do the EMS training. I just have to get recertified. But then every car accident you drive by, you'd have to stop. Because I had to get out and look if I get my card again for my EMT training.
Good thing I don't pass a lot of car accidents.
My mother, right now, she's the same way too because she still has her license for
like people around here drive like freaking assholes, but I don't see a lot of car accidents.
I remember many of a time where my mom, she had to pull over and see if there was anybody okay. She was because she's LPN.
Okay,
But that was like way back where they didn't like. You must wear a seatbelt, or everybody was going through their windshield.
A, it's a good thing you're not registered, and B, it's a good thing I don't pass a lot of accidents. So I guess it's got a good thing I don't have to worry about.
But I still have all that knowledge, so if anything bad happens in the house, though, we're safe. Unless it happens to me.
I would still trust a licensed physician.
Thank you.
I trust you, but I mean, if something's seriously wrong, like car accident wrong, I'm gonna go to a doctor.
Well, yeah, but the person who has the training, like, they have to stop
Okay.
to see if
Yeah,
they
but
can help.
it's great that you have that knowledge. I'm just saying, like, I would still want to go see a doctor.
Well, obviously an ambulance would be put
No,
out.
I need major surgery. I don't need a doctor. I'll go home. My wife can do it.
No, but I can stitch. But I can't sew. I cannot sew. The only thing I can do is buttons.
Well, that's great. I'll look all messed up and discombobulated then. That's nice.
I think I did good on.
End up with a hand where your foot should be.
No, I think I did good. I can't get to it, and I had to do it with my.
That's good. I'm
hand.
glad the allergies are not as bad as they were yesterday.
How warm is it where you are? And is it windy? Because, I mean, we're going into allergy season, so if so, stock up and stay ahead of your allergies by timing your medication.
Supposed to be going out to lunch today. Pockets has a craving
I was not
for
even
some
going to
diner
mention
food. No, it's a totally fine topic for blood and beans.
that. It's not me that had the craving, you had the idea.
Yes, but you have a severe craving for diner food.
Well,
so-
I like diner food, and believe it or not, this place, it has this cream of crab soup. And I was like, but I tried it. Oh my god, it's freaking amazing. It is so good. They only have it on Sundays though. Sundays or Fridays. I think it's Sundays. But they're only open till like 3 today. They're like an actual diner.
Yeah.
And everybody is so nice there. And no mask mandate. So hopefully like the waitress that's like I really like is working and I can give her a hug. I'm a hug person. I used to like when I skipped school and like went through the mall, I was like, you know, you look like you could use a hug, and I would just like randomly walk up and hug people. Yeah, I
I'm
was
just
like
drinking
that
my
kind
coffee.
I'm like that kind of person. I was like that kind of person. Now I just hate everybody.
35 degrees, rain and snow showers. Yuck.
Yeah, it's like 50 something. Well, it will be 50 something.
Yay,
and
smarch.
Yep, smarch. It'll be like 50 something today and possible showers. But the showers that you'll have, even if it's snow showers, pollen is already going through the air now since we hit spring. So just be ready. Don't skimp. Get the good Kleenex so you don't have the red nose. And may I
always
suggest
get good
a
tissues.
kitten on your lap
Why?
to relax? I don't know. Kira looks really comfy.
Yeah, the cat is happy. I can't move, but the cat is happy.
They're both gonna have, I think, maybe a little difficult time adjusting to Monica's place.
No, they won't. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They are babies. They will adapt.
Yeah, I keep picturing Odin going up Rob's leg.
It'll happen.
But Monica got a new cage for her ferrets. It's a big one. And she showed it to me. I'm like, oh, look, Rob can fit right in there. Don't you dare. You know, if you catch him, he will not spray. But if you don't say anything, he does it. It will
Yeah,
shit.
well, he's next in line to get fixed.
Yeah, or I'm gonna fix him. What? I know he ain't broke.
Jabba
Good morning, Furberries.
thinks he's a dog. Good morning, Furberries. How are
They
you?
all do that.
Yeah, I don't. They think
All,
that-
even the kittens. They all just drag themselves across the rug. It's so nice because I sweep the rug, you know.
How are you? How is everybody this morning? Hope everybody's been having a good weekend. There was a new Confronting Evil last night. Seemed to be pretty well enjoyed by those that have listened. It's definitely one of my favorite episodes so far. So it was fun.
I thought it was funny. I love the banter. I'm sorry. That would be like me and my sister if we actually got along.
Maybe, I don't know. How do you feel about getting fixed?
I'm just shaking my head.
And that is my response.
I'm just shaking
so
my head.
I am still very, very much waking up.
I told Sabian that if he starts going around and peeing in the different corners of the house, that I'm getting him fixed too, so I'm not dealing with it.
At least I've stopped pooping in corners.
And trying to scratch your ear with your foot.
You learn really cool tricks when you're living in the woods.
You know what I really want to do? Because this is what Sabian has always wanted.
Strawberries for breakfast with coffee. That sounds nice.
I've done that. It is good. I use chocolate, but that's me. I am a chocoholic. Literally, you can actually test that out if you put chocolate on your hand, like on how fast it melts.
I don't think that's a scientific method.
I watched it on a Dr. G.
I don't. I'm going to look that information up at some point in time because that sounds like complete and total
It came
malarkey.
out like it was like from the 90s.
That's like saying if you put
and
a
they
buttercup
had like a chocolate
under your
patch. It was from the 90s. Okay, mind you, they had like the chocolate patch.
If you put a buttercup under your chin and it shines yellow, you're addicted to butter.
My grandpa always said that.
Yeah. But it shines yellow under everybody. It's called reflection. It's a buttercup.
It's shining yellow before you fucking pick it. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's reflection from the flower hitting your chin.
I know.
So it works on everyone. It's not a scientific method of investigation.
I know that. So that's why
melting chocolate on your wrist isn't going to be a scientific method of investigation.
That's why I brought it up, because it sounds so silly. Because back in the 90s, they had this thing called the chocolate patch for the super chocolate addictive people who wanted to lose weight. And it literally was this small piece of chocolate that you put somewhere on your body. Underneath a piece of, like, it looked like a gauze pad sticky thing. You know? Like, a nicotine patch almost.
But what's wrong with people?
So people can slowly get rid of their chocolate addiction.
Putting chocolate on your skin isn't going to do anything. It's not going to help.
You gotta love the 90s.
It's not caffeine. It's not caffeine. See, that would work with caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
Would.
They have caffeine.
That I actually have worked. Not just that, but like the soaps. Like I was looking up like the soaps, like to see like if the soaps would work. And they do. Caffeine soaps do work. A good lather and soak in a caffeinated soap is the equivalent to about 200 milligrams of caffeine.
The delivery date is March 22nd. You're not getting it until your birthday. Yep, went all out for my hubby.
Really want that cold brew cleanse.
Went all out for my hubby. I'm gonna say. Getting him the Batman collection from Dr. Squatch. And also getting him that coffee brew cleanse.
Batman collection.
Scrub. And even found a birthday card yesterday. Cha-ching.
Cha-ching.
Well, yeah, it was for 50 cents and it was a Hallmark card.
You don't care if it's not Hallmark.
No, it's just funny. That's the first thing my grandmother would always do when she would open one of her birthday cards. She wouldn't read it. She would look at the back to see if it was a Hallmark.
Chocolate is its own food group.
I think so. Me and Shiloh both agree that women, we do need chocolate.
See, I'm not big into chocolate, but I go into like fits for it. Like I
Yep.
don't usually like chocolate, man,
It's
but
the
when I have a
serotonin.
chocolate craving, like,
It,
give me chocolate.
Yeah, you know why?
Like it's very rare, but it happens.
yeah, you know why? Chemically, it's your serotonin level dropping.
Okay. Well, either way, sometimes I really
And the
crave
darker
chocolate.
chocolates have the more serotonin. Also, if that happens, drink orange juice.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't want orange juice. I want chocolate.
I know that, but it has the same thing for serotonin, and it's better for you. And remember, you are on a diet.
I have dropped 7 notches
I know.
on my
I'm
belt.
very proud of you.
So,
and you had to get
I
a new
can
belt
have-
because your belt broke.
a little chocolate is fine.
A little chocolate mouse.
Every once in a while, a little chocolate is fine.
You want a chocolate mouse?
No. I want a chocolate mouse.
Get it, Rosemary's Baby.
Yes, I get it.
Rosemary, sorry. Movie quote. What? I like that movie.
I know. I'm glad I introduced you to it. Here. If I'm rolling you things, take this.
Hello, this.
It wants snuggles.
Wants to sleep.
So yeah, I do like chocolate, just, not all the time. But when I do want chocolate, man, I want chocolate.
Oh, he got me these bonbon things once for, I think it was our first Valentine's Day because it was in a big box.
Tiramisu.
Yes, there were these tiramisu bonbons, and I have always wanted them since. Because they're awesome. Like, I cannot tell you. Like,
See, I'm not fond of tiramisu.
Yeah, but you like them.
No, wasn't a big fan. Your grandmother liked them.
Oh, yeah. You got any more of those chocolates? Mind you, this is when my grandparents, we were living with my dad's and my grandparents were there. And I was taking care of my grandma. Yeah, and my grandmother loved chocolate too. She would have Sabrina come in, my other daughter, and she'd give her this big full bar of huge Hershey bar of milk chocolate. Like, where did you get that? And why are you covered in chocolate at 10 o'clock in the night?
Hello, Pimp Demon. Good morning.
Hi, Demon. And she'd be like, oh, Grandma gave it to me.
A water-based xenomorph, maybe, is what you would get?
What?
I don't know. What do you get when you take a xenomorph and infect it with a flood spore?
Yeah,
Not
you would
quite-
they already are very good in water anyway. If you notice,
Water elemental xenomorph.
Yeah, but they're already good swimmers and such.
In fact, I'll take a
mean,
picture of one when I jump back into Zenith at some point, and I'll show you the water elementals. It would probably look like one of those,
I
but
don't know.
with a small mouth with big pointy teeth.
Big pointy teeth. No, I'm serious. He's a big, huge, monstrous, ugly beast. I like that movie too much.
Has on the Bad Batch, so if she gets momentarily distracted, that would be why.
Sorry.
Wake up in the morning and throw on Star Wars and go grab coffee.
That's what I do.
It's
How
it's the
can
life,
a husband
man.
complain about that?
I'm not complaining.
Oh my God, Star Wars is on. My wife puts Star Wars on, not a chick flick.
Well, not everybody likes Star Wars, so I'm sure some guys might complain.
Well,
Though-
then they'd have to watch Star Trek.
I don't know. Star Wars seems like it should be pretty well universally appreciated anyway. Maybe not
old,
liked.
I'm sorry, the old Star Trek movies should be very much
Star
appreciated.
Trek?
Not the new ones, even though how much I do love them.
See, I like
the
Star
old,
Trek.
The
a
old
lot,
Star Trek
I do.
movies. Even the fourth one made by Leonard Nimoy.
but I like Star Wars, and I
really
enjoy both.
Me too.
And I'm gonna say that they both have very good merits. Both do.
Mm-hmm.
I like Star Wars more.
I did the only Star Trek one I didn't like was the first one because it was so like boring.
I
The
liked
other
the
ones
first
were
movie,
like
and I liked the old
awesome.
shows. And that's another thing too. I gotta say, like you say you're a Star Trek fan, and I agree, you are. But the only thing that concerns me is you're a Star Trek fan that doesn't like the original show.
Because I didn't like the reason why I didn't like it. Like I liked the storyline, but I didn't like how they made it because you could tell that they were literally like moving themselves and they weren't.
The old Star Trek with Kirk and Spock, like the old show.
I liked their banter.
That was the best. That's the best Star Trek.
I remember their fight scene.
Exactly. Those old shows were freaking great.
I remember that. So, I mean, there
I have the whole first season on DVD.
I mean,
I love Star Trek, like the old shows. And I did go back once it came to Netflix. I went back and watched Next Generation. It was actually, like, I didn't like it when I was younger. It seemed way too political, and it still kind of is. But it was actually a really good show. And it was enough for me to go back and watch Voyager, which I actually got really into. The first 2 seasons of that, I didn't like. But once they brought in like 7 and 9, and they ended up like moving the storyline forward a little bit, like that actually
started getting good.
Really good. Like I hated Deep Space Nine.
Why am I cold?
We still do.
We still do.
I like maybe half of the movies. Not a big fan of the newer ones, J.J. Abrams. I don't like how it messed with the entire continuity of everything.
I liked it because they gave it a new timeline for the new millennials that are coming out.
But yeah, I like the old shows, like the old Star Trek shows from the 70s. Like, those are good. That's Star Trek.
Hey, I once, on Halloween, I went out as Spock.
That's good. That's Star Trek. The old shows is,
Do you know
is where
how bad I got made fun of in school?
That's Star Trek in its purest form. Love Star Trek. But Star Wars is where it's at.
And freaking people, oh my god, the people who were trying to make fun of me
Except
in
the Last
school
Jedi.
were like so retarded. They're like, may the force be with you. I'm like, that is Star Wars, you dumbass. Like, no, that's not Star Trek.
Oh, people get those confused all the time if you're not,
I'm like, here, do this.
If you're not a geek like we are.
Can you do this? Can you do the Vulcan thing with your hands like this? I can do them with both. Look at that. Can you do that? Oh, no? Okay, go away.
That doesn't prove anything.
They're assholes.
But this doesn't prove that they're assholes. It just proves that they don't watch Star Trek. Or Star Wars.
A lot of people in my school are really preppy.
It doesn't even prove that, because I suppose you could still watch the shows and not be able to do, like, the whole hand gesture thing.
It took me a long time to get my left hand to do that. But now I can just... it automatically does it. It's very easy for my right hand, because I'm right hand dominant.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's not a
I mean, I was even doing this in a cast when I broke my
wrist.
Good
morning, ISB. How are you?
Oh, ISB.
You have still made it by morning time. It is 11:38.
Mm-hmm.
Today I can actually say good morning to people, and it's like, I can mean it. It's not afternoon.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Woke up pretty early today because I had figured do early blood and beans so we could get going to go do lunch a little bit earlier before they close.
Oh, I love Lucifer and Supernatural. So good morning to
Dog
you.
lover changed your profile picture.
Again.
You're always changing that profile picture. It's hard to keep up. I never recognize you.
Read. What? Don't give me the I'm gonna hit you with my coffee cup look. And it's a big coffee cup.
Not hitting anybody yet.
Yet. See, yet. He'll wait till the coffee's it's gone.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that you are not at work, because you're like always
at work.
So, kick
Take
ass.
a rest.
Enjoy your morning. Sip some coffee. Hell yeah.
See, Sunday. You should. It's a day of rest.
Yeah, except when you have to get ready to go out for lunch.
If you don't want to go, don't go.
I'll go. Take you to lunch.
It was your idea.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Family Fun Day Sunday.
I don't know if I should put that chicken in the oven.
I don't know. That's up to you what you do with your chicken.
I gave Jasmine and Jade, they didn't have anything, or a ride yesterday. So, I was nice, since we were going grocery shopping, and we were getting pizza yesterday. I gave them,
We got pizza the day before. Yesterday was Saturday.
oh yeah, Friday.
We got pizza on Friday.
Friday I gave them you know how I always have extras from the packages? Well, I gave them the 2 chicken leg quarters and the 1 pork chop. I'm like, make a stir fry. It'll last longer.
It's a rainbow wolf. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was having problems making it out because the icon
That's
was
cool, then.
tiny on my screen. But yeah, that's cool.
I bet you Shiloh's gonna like that.
Shiloh would have to be awake.
That's why I said I bet you Shiloh would like that, because she is not here.
Shiloh is always asleep because she's always up late.
You know what I'm noticing? We have bottle openers everywhere in our house.
Well,
We have one right here
Listen.
on the lamp.
I open a lot of bottles.
We have one above the sink. Doug, where's the fancy corkscrew? It's above the sink.
Not Doug. Ted.
Ted.
Where's the
Sorry.
corkscrew?
Ted, where's the fancy
Friday the
corkscrew?
13th, Part 4. Get your lines.
It's above the sink. The other corkscrew is on the bar. No, it's on the table on the silver platter.
Yeah, I know. You don't have to. There's one on my keychain. I know. There's lots of bottle openers.
There's one on your keychain.
There's bottle openers everywhere. I
Jesus.
open a lot of bottles.
I'm glad mine are just mics. They're twist tops.
You
What?
barely drink mics.
When I go camping.
Yes, when you go camping. I don't bring a
When
bottle up
when I go camping, I just like go.
I drink moonshine when I go camping.
You know what? I think I don't drink a lot when we're here.
Go
when
buy
we're
a jar of
home.
moonshine, open the jar, throw an ice cube in the middle of the jar, and just use the jar as my glass.
Give me the moonshine cherries.
Nope. I drink just straight up moonshine while I'm drinking.
I'll be drinking the
when I go
mics,
camping.
and then I'll go over to my brother-in-law's bar, and I go and I take the cherry moonshine, and I steal like a little Dixie cup of cherries, and then I go back to camp.
Yeah, moonshine and camping goes well together.
99 cherries with cherry Pepsi's good.
Yeah, you can do what you want with your chicken for berries.
I don't want to know what you do with your chicken.
I mean, you don't have to like provide us with descriptors or anything like that, but I mean that's totally up to you. You know, self-expression, man, self-expression.
I don't want to hear any more. Going to my safe space. Going to my safe space.
Camping does sound nice. I can't wait to go camping again. Gotta get the Explorer fixed.
And cleaned out.
Yeah, and cleaned out. That's easy. That's not going to cost me lots of money. Getting it fixed is going to cost lots of money. I got to get the Explorer fixed so we can go camping. So I can get myself out into the woods with a jar of moonshine and go visit Damien.
We have to go visit Damien.
Well, yes, but I drink moonshine. You don't.
I drink cherry moonshine.
You eat cherries.
And I, with the cherry Pepsi, I also drink the cherry moonshine.
A little bit.
Mm.
You eat the jar of cherries, and then after the cherries are gone, you also stop drinking the moonshine. You're like done with the jar. As soon as the cherries are gone.
Go away. If you spray this chair again, yeah. How do you like that? I like the cherries.
I did not know there used to be red xenomorphs. I think the bull alien in part 3. I think he was red, and there's some red ones in the game.
Yeah.
I know that in some of the games anyway. Yeah, that's because the xenomorphs adapt to whatever their host is.
Whatever. Yep.
It's like a version of that, which is pretty cool.
It's like The Thing, but souped up.
Old Aliens movies were cool.
Yep.
Prometheus was meh. And when I saw Alien Covenant, it made Prometheus look like a good movie.
I fell asleep.
Because Alien Covenant was horrible.
I think we all fell asleep.
Horrible.
In the drive-in, didn't
Horrible. Alien vs. Predator. Alien vs. Predator Requiem. They just... No. Like, I liked Alien Resurrection. A lot of people didn't like that movie, but I liked
that movie.
I liked Alien Resurrection. But then it was like, after Alien Resurrection, they're like, yeah, we're just going to take the series in a whole new direction. Like...
Gave Sigourney Weaver a... badass. Made her a badass.
She was a badass in the first movie. Love the Alien movies. Alien movies are awesome.
Oh my god, she has so much let herself go, and she's like, she doesn't care. She took a picture of herself. Just to show her fans, like, this is the real me.
Oh, you said that was Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yes, Jamie Lee Curtis, I'm sorry. And it's like, so sad. Like, oh no, you're never going to star in another movie again. That's how Hollywood works, not me.
It's Jamie Lee Curtis. Trust me, she wants to be in a movie again. She's gonna be in a movie again. The only way she'll not be in a movie is she doesn't want to be. I imagine she's probably one of the highest paid actresses in Hollywood. And when you're Jamie Lee Curtis famous, you can afford to just be whoever the hell you want to be. So, cool. Good for her.
Jarvis. That's Jarvis. I'm not Jarvis.
Odin. Wrong.
Odin.
Wow. Flashback?
Sorry.
That's a cat from like years ago.
I miss him. That's not your bed. That's
Huh.
your brother's bed.
Yeah, I've not read the Aliens comics. I know of their existence.
My cousin Rick
Honestly,
has one.
don't read a lot of comics. I don't. Never got into the Marvel comics. Never got into really any comics. The only comics I've really started getting into a little bit is Star Wars comics. But that's...
Star Wars.
Well, yeah, it's Star Wars, but even then, it's like, it's on YouTube. Like, I'm not going out and buying the comics. I'm watching reviews of the comics, narrations of the comics and stuff like that, because they're canon, and they tie in with the storylines for, like, the movies and the shows and stuff like that. So it's kind of neat in that respect, because they're canon. But yeah, I still don't, like, go out and get the comics. I just kind of watch... Star Wars Theory and Star Wars comics and Stupendous Wave and stuff like that. So, Star Wars Reading Club, that's another good one. Shameless promotion of other channels, but they're good channels. So, there's no way I couldn't recommend them if you like Star Wars content. Plus, I don't do Star Wars content, so. Jabba, what are you doing?
Yeah, look, come on.
Come on. He's like trying to hold on to a giant tongue with ears. The cat's like solid muscle. Yeah, not the Friday the 13th comics. I actually downloaded all of those. I have them saved on my external hard drive, and I read not all of them. I did read most of them myself, but yeah, I got more into the Star Wars comics than the Friday the 13th comics. Honestly, I wish they would leave Jason alone. And I get that the comics tie in with like Jason X and like give a little bit of backstory as to, you know, how Jason got apprehended by the government and brought to like the Scranton facility, and like it was neat to learn all of that. But more or less, leave Jason alone. There's 12 movies out there, and then there's like this documentary called The Crystal Lake Memoirs, which is an awesome like 13th 6-hour watch. Just leave them alone. The Friday the 13th series is literally perfect. Just there's no reason to touch it anymore. Wouldn't mind eventually getting my hands on a few of the books. I know that there is a part 6 book that is based off the original script for part 6, where Jason's father and stuff was supposed to be in it. That looks really interesting, and I wouldn't mind getting the Jason X books that take place after Jason X. Those would be a fun read. But right now, I'm actually working towards my birthday's coming up soon, and I'm going to be getting the Dragonlance Chronicles trilogy. I know there's tons and tons of Dragonlance Chronicles books out there, but when I was a kid, when they were just starting to get big, the original trilogy was, Dragonlance Autumn something, and then Winter something, and then Spring something. And there was a trilogy. It was a red book, a blue book, and a green book. And I only ever had the red one and the blue one. And I was like 9. And the words in those books were a lot bigger than I could handle at the time. I did muscle my way through the red book, the autumn book, and I really liked it. I started reading the blue one, but I could never find the green one ever. I could never find the last book, so I didn't even get halfway through the second book. But I'm really, really looking forward to getting my hands on these 3 novels again, so I can go back and read them with a 40-year-old's vocabulary instead of a 9-year-old's vocabulary, because I'm quite confident that I'll be able to understand more of what's going on now. And I am really, really big into, medieval mythology and dragons and, that whole, just the Dungeons and Dragons aesthetic of things. Knights, warriors, RPGs. I don't know. Just another little, the fantasy aspect of things. I like sci-fi.
Which is funny,
I like fantasy.
A lot of fantasy,
I mean, I love horror, obviously, but what is horror is just dark fantasy.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Except when you get into the slashers, it's
and
gory.
sci-fi and horror, I mean, they go together really well. They can be blended together perfectly if you know what you're doing and you pay attention to kind of both genres.
And you're competent. But you also have to put. You have to remember
not like
both
Amityville in Space, which looks terrible. I saw the previews for Amityville in Space, and it just looks horrible. But it's okay. Locust Lake in Space is coming out in July. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's okay. It's okay. Don't despair. There's a good horror in space coming out this summer that's not Amityville in Space.
I can't believe that. I'm sorry.
It's Locust Lake in Space. So rejoice.
After so long for Amityville, and they're in space. No, what? Everything's in space. Sharknado in space. Come on.
When I was younger, really probably right up until 30 years old, I watched the Jason movies nonstop religiously. I've watched them so much that I've made my wife sick with Jason.
I just know them all now.
Yeah, but she's never in a rush to sit down and watch a Jason movie. I don't need to watch a Jason movie. I can put one on and listen to it. I don't need to see what's going on. I know word for word every single movie. I've seen them all hundreds of times, if not thousands of times.
I'd say thousands.
But I do like other things as well. And yeah, probably in the past 5 years or so. I still love horror. My favorite streaming service is Shudder. Obviously, I love contributing to horror. I have the channel. I obviously do horror narrations. I've got 8 books published. I'm still a really, really huge fan of horror, and Friday the 13th sits right on the top of that list as my number 1 favorite movie franchise of all time. But yeah, I also like Star Wars. I like a lot. I really like Star Wars. I also really like
the Merlin movies I put on
fantasy.
Sometimes.
I really like video games. I'm a really big gamer. Just as much as I'm into horror, I love Nintendo. Beaten every single Super Mario Brothers game there's ever been, 100%, 5-star, sparkling files, everything. Really big into the Legend of Zelda games. Love those. Just started recently getting into Metroid. I've always been kind of curious about them, and I've played some of them. The first one I ever beat was actually Metroid Prime 2, which I guess I learned after the fact is a much more difficult game than the other Prime games. So apparently the first one I ever beat was like the hardest 3D Metroid to date. I did go back and I beat Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo. I really liked that. I beat Samus Returns on the 3DS. Really liked that. And I do have Metroid Dread, but right now I'm not gonna lie, I got lost. I got stuck on something and I haven't gone back to it yet because then there's other stuff I've got that I'm playing too. Like Zenith, which is like Sword Art Online in VR, which is just awesome. So just been
Hanging.
I have a lot of interests and I'm spread across, a lot of different things that I really enjoy, and then I also work like 55 hours a week. So kind of hard to keep up with all the hobbies. I'm just getting a look from Pockets. I'm still interpreting.
What do I look like?
I don't know. I knew I wouldn't be sitting here interpreting.
I'm just sitting here waiting for my jeans to warm up that I just put on.
You should have put them in front of the heater for a little bit.
It says do not cover. It probably says that for a reason.
I didn't say drape it over the top. I just hold them in front of the heater where it's blowing hot air.
I am so proud. I am in a size 4. Sorry.
I don't think the Dragonlance Chronicles books were created by Meg Jensen. They were created by a few different people. And almost like me and Doughboy, basically each author kind of they all worked on the original core novels, the 3 original novels I was talking about. They worked on those together, but then some of the authors also went off and started doing their own side books and side series as well, under the Dragonlance Chronicles title. So that's why there's a ton of Dragonlance Chronicles books. But I believe they actually came back together and did a 4th one too, which is called the Something of Summer Fire. So it's now you have all 4 books, one of each season. So eventually I might get the 4th book, but that's newer. I want the original Dragonlance trilogy.
See, I only got to read Dungeons and Dragons, the books.
Dragonlance Chronicles are very, very, very similar to this.
I really liked them. No, that's Daddy's hat. You can't have that. Here, you want a hat to play in? I'll give you a hat to play in. The cat actually likes to play in the little Irish hats we got at the dollar store.
And it is just about noon, so I'm going to close down the stream in a few minutes. So if you have anything that you want to say or ask or whatever, feel free to go ahead and punch that in. And beyond that, I want to thank you all for stopping in and hanging out with me this Sunday morning and listening to me ramble on about random shit.
Dog lover. Well, I said I'm in a size 4. Last month I was a size 8.
Mm-hmm. Yep, we're both shrinking.
Yeah, and it's not due to lack of eating, I can say that.
No, I've had to put the pizza down.
I haven't had to put the subs down yet.
I've had to put the pizza down. I eat things like bran now.
That's good. Carbs are men's enemy. Also,
pork rinds.
Also, when you hit 40, your testosterone also drops.
And pork rinds. Pork rinds are really good for you.
Doesn't help your metabolism much. What? I'm sorry. I got up 99 in biology.
Cool. Turn your high-powered gun on yourself. Your little supermarket scanner. Just flip it around.
I am very happy with myself.
And I'm very happy with myself.
Myself?
Yes.
Are you Sagungan now?
No, I'm not Sagungan now.
Misa's so happy.
I freaking hate Jar Jar Binks. Don't get me started.
Misa's so happy Misa down 7 belt notches.
You've read Locust Lake in space, Wrath. So, I mean, you have a...
I can swim, not
I mean, I would say biased opinion, but he really doesn't have a biased opinion because he doesn't have a, well, for lack of a better word, he doesn't have any skin in the game. So it's not like he's any investment there. He's just read the story. So that's cool. I'm glad you liked it. I guess that's a pretty good indicator that you all will most likely enjoy it as well. I made sure that, I wanted to not Leprechaun for it. I really wanted to write the original Jason X. I mean, there's a lot of other references in there, from Hellraiser to Aliens to Star Trek to everything in that story. But I at its core, I wanted it to be, the original Jason X was supposed to be much darker. It wasn't supposed to be all colorful and jokes and funny. It was still a good movie. I like Jason X. It's a fun ride. But it was supposed to be a much darker movie, much more like the old Paramount movies, where it had a much darker tone to it. And I wanted to make sure that I brought that to the table with Locust Lake in space. Because yes, it is Locust Lake in space, and the title itself is ridiculous. It is funny. It is a hilarious concept. But I wanted to completely, make it good. I didn't want it to be like, it's not hilarious like it sounds. Like, it sounds like it could be hilarious, but it's not. It's actually, it did come out really, really well. I particularly really like what I did with the Lady of the Water in that story. And also Dr. Clark obviously has some excellent one-liners. But I really do think that you guys will enjoy that story. And I am planning on releasing it this July, only because I'm trying to fill up October. Not All Heroes Wear Capes, I'm hoping will be wrapped up probably by then. Right now I'm still trying to get the ending of Confronting Evil finished, and we're right there. Chin is at the finish line, and that's going to be wrapping up in June as well. So I didn't have anything for this summer, no series or anything to do, and Confronting Evil doesn't come back until October, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I am releasing Locust Lake in space in July, and this summer I will also be releasing a 4-part Chronicles of Ray Bob miniseries, a Locust Lake story. So, yeah, I figured they could, but I want the physical, actual books. I want to be able to, hold the Dragonlance Chronicles. But yeah, it's a good idea, because I used to have them as a kid, so the child in me wants them. I'm a big child, I'll admit it. But okay, so yeah, it is the, oh, I know, the ending of Confronting Evil is in June. And it does seem like June is a long ways away. But we just listened to episode 7 last night. There is 3 more episodes to Confronting Evil left. You'll get one Easter weekend, next month in April. We'll be Confronting Evil 8. Then a week or 2 before Memorial Day, you will get Confronting Evil 9. And 9 and 10 are one story, just split into 2 parts. So you'll get Confronting Evil 9, but we'll end on a bit of a cliffhanger because it's only part 1 of the ending. And then in June, a month later, you will get the second half of that story and the ending to Confronting Evil, Season 1. So, but it seems like that's far away, but it's really not. You are going to be getting Confronting Evils, every 4 weeks or so up until that point, and there's really only 3 episodes to go. It's the wait, because you're not going to be able to have Confronting, if you're really into the Confronting Evil series, and I promise you, the ending to Confronting Evil, Season 1, will leave you needing, with a strong need for Confronting Evil Season 2. And you're going to have to wait 3 months for it, because it's not going to come out until October. So you're going to get the ending to Season 1 in June, and then you're going to have to wait through July, and all of August, and all of September, until the beginning of October. until you get season 2. So kind of get prepared for a long wait. And I know that you haven't listened to the new one yet, Dog Lover. So I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything like that. But you should. It's good. And yeah, I wanted to make sure you had something to tide you guys over, because I know everybody's gonna really like, oh man, it's over, I gotta wait till October now. Yes. Don't think about it. Here's some Chronicles of Raybob. Here's Locust Lake in Space story. Here's the Confronting Evil Season 1 book with a new Confronting Evil story in it. So you will have a new Confronting Evil story to read on your own if you end up buying the Season 1 book when it comes out. And then we're also going to be doing a retrospective live stream, probably about August, with me and Doughboy and Somber and Mary as Seth and Mackenzie, respectively, talking about every single story that we've done so far in depth. Whether I wrote it or Doughboy wrote it, we'll talk about, our process, how we came up with it, any other stories that we've written that maybe might coincide with this one or go along with it, and kind of just go through the series and have some fun and take some questions from you guys and answer them as best we can during the stream. So you will be getting both Confronting Evil content and Locust Lake content throughout the summer while you wait for the next Confronting Evil. So don't despair. I won't leave you waiting with nothing to look forward to for such a long period of time. That was important for me to not do that. So but yeah, the ending to Confronting Evil Season 1 is coming up fast. So buckle in, because it's going to be really good. It's going to be explosive. So I mean, basically, it's yeah, I know you're seething for more. I know that you really want to know more. You need more. I get it. Don't forget about that. Just look over here at the Locust Lake in Space story. Try and concentrate on Chronicles of Raybob. Here's a Confronting Evil book with a brand new story in it for you to read. New Confronting Evil. So that should help tide you over. Hopefully. Good morning, BN. I was actually right about to close out the stream, so I hate to do that to you. Like, hi, bye, stream's over. Yeah, just about ready to close out the stream. But it is nice to see you this morning. I do hope you have an excellent Sunday. Enjoy some coffee. I absolutely love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping into this. I am really happy that you guys enjoy the Confronting Evil series so much. It is literally my favorite series to write for. So knowing that you guys enjoy listening to them, it gives me the motivation to keep writing them. And I really, really love writing this series. Sounds like that will be a lot of fun, Pimp Demon. Absolutely love you very, very much. Thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Please be safe out there. And this Saturday is the ominous capstone story that's going to sit at the beginning of the playlist, Orientation. It's really good. It came out fantastic, so please don't miss out on that one. You're going to absolutely love it. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. I'll catch you next time. Ta-ta for now.